Good morning. Hello, babushka. I wanted to give you a special view, and I'm sorry to tell you that it's gonna be a little bit sad. I hope you're doing well out there. I know you're busy working your ass off, you and Tombo. But I'm sending you a quick little video, and I'm gonna give you a little walk just to say hello. And I'm glad you loved your gift. I'm glad you liked it. It's a good thing. I'm going to start this out to you with a quote from the most famous man that lived here. He was the chief of all this region. He once said, "Man does not weave this web of life. He is merely a strand of it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself." That's important stuff. And yeah, I'm focused on this sculpture. I actually met the artist who made this years and years ago. It was before you were born, when I had first moved up here. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. I'm going to take you on a quick walk. I walked to this yesterday morning, but it was pouring down rain. It's drizzly right now, you know, and yeah, my camera is going to be a little bit shaky. I want to wait. I got a better camera. I want to wait and fine-tune it a little bit more. And since I'm just commuting, you know, to and from work, I wanted you to see this. This is very sad. A few days ago, there was a huge fire. Big ass building built at the end of the 1920s, and it was a famous disco club called Polyesters back in the day. Wonderful joint. Well, it burnt down, as you can see across the street here. I'm going to try and get a better view. You can still smell the burn. You can still smell it. Do you see? Absolutely awful. I found out from my roommate, because his ex-wife, you know, and others were talking about it, and we know a lot of friends, a lot of people who actually live in this area. And I've been asking around about what went down. One of the workers that works at Seattle Center, I asked him, were there any homeless people inside the building? Because it was known since the joint completely closed down, you know, after, I don't know, 2010 or so, if there were any squatters hanging out in it, and when everything was burning. And he said no, they were able to get out. Just very sad. Polyesters closed down around 2003. They tried to reopen it into other clubs and things, but it just didn't pan out. Okay, let's take a quick walk here. I miss you, and you know, I'm always thinking about you. And I'm just so grateful that I can reach out to you through this. And I've been able to reach out to some other people too, who I knew years ago. One woman in particular who lives down in Oregon, in that town I talk about called Houston. Her name's Anne. Hi, Anne. Babushka, she has 3 teenagers. Well, I believe one is grown. One just graduated. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm glad we were able to talk on the phone. get some good toxin is absolutely fantastic. And yes, I'm sorry about the death of your best friend battling cancer. That must have been really hard on you. It's been so long, Anne. And yeah, I'm planning on making a visit down there. I think it's time. Sometimes it's good to see the people, I don't know, who had such great memories. And Babushka and all my subscribers out there, again, I'm sorry to have to show you that charred, burnt down building. But I felt it was necessary. I don't know. It makes me think around the time of 2007, 2008, when I had first transferred to the particular store that I worked for the company. I've worked at many for the same company, but it was this particular store. And I remember our union contract coming up, and we were getting ready to go on strike. We were getting all prepared. When I think about those firemen and having to battle an old building like that and to make sure everyone is safe, how they are so valued with their labor. Well, anyways, I'm at work one day, and as soon as I started volunteering for the union, you know, it just kind of fell on my lap. But there was a lot of management and a lot of bullies trying to gang up on me. And I'm used to it. I was bullied since I was a child. And I've developed a really thick shell, believe it or not. I can be a tough cookie, as you know, Babushka, if I want to. And now I see a lot more things more clearly now than when I was younger. I can define them a lot better. But I gotta tell you, on this particular day, it was really, really important. Hold on, let this truck get by. It's nice to see people out and about. I know people are busy traveling, trying to find new homes, and of course, trying to get jobs and get back to work. It's gonna happen, there's no doubt about it. Okay, let's go back to this particular day. I'm at work. I'm surrounded by corporate. The news is in the papers. And they put me in the paper. One of them anyways. I was actually on the front page and then interviewed a little bit on the news. It made me into a target. But union people visited the store and stood up for me. And I remember one day working, and all these firemen, you know, the same firemen who helped put out the fire on that building for our safety, they came in one day. It was about 10 of them, because it was a special day for them because of our vote. They gathered around me, and I was all alone in doing this. I had a few allies. There were a few young people willing to get up and be strike captains. But it took a lot of hard work and a lot of organizing. But I remember being surrounded by, oh, that's the monorail. Ooh. But I remember being surrounded by all these wonderful firefighters. And They gathered around me. And then their lead, their captain, he approached me. And in front of the bosses at my work and everybody walking by, he told me, "We will support you and all the people who work with you. If you guys go on strike, we will honor your picket line. We will not cross it." And it just felt so good. And to be honest, some years later, when I broke my wrist, it was around the same area as my work. It was actually 1 year right after a pride parade that ended up at Seattle Center. When someone called the ambulance and this and that, well, here come those men with the fire department. And within a few minutes, they just happened to walk by me, and they rushed to me, and they helped me, and they made me laugh, which I thought was just fantastic. When you're in pain or when life gets dicey, it's best to have a good sense of humor if you can, no matter what. So that's the story there. Again, I want to thank all my wonderful subscribers. Please like, share, and I'll keep you informed. I don't mind doing these special videos here because you get to see the real world for what it is around in this area. Go, go, go. All right. I made it. Sometimes it gets dicey with traffic here, but you know what? Since the lockdown, it feels so good to have traffic. Last year around this time, everything was a ghost town. Speaking of work, there's people cleaning up this special area right here. This is important. This is that chief who said that quote, Chief Self himself. And this area here is called 5 Point, where 5 streets meet up. Here you go, sir. What a wonderful thing. See, this city was not built with, you know, the map plans. You know how usually roads are all shaped in a square or some kind of, I don't know, something where it's more structured. This city, actually, the roads meet at a kind of a weird triangle because of 2 guys who were competing for property and control of the land, control of the ports, control of the business. Yeah. And it screwed things up. And I think the big chief here knew exactly what he was saying. And I think his daughter, the princess, she knew exactly what she was saying too. Because she kept going over by the Pike Place Market and lived a long life. So, anyways, hi out there. I gotta go home. I'm getting really tired. And yeah, it's pouring down rain. I don't give a crap. I'm just happy to see everything opening up. Babushka and everyone else out there, I love you, and keep on keeping on. Take care. We'll talk again soon, okay? Bye.